nice. Maybe I drop one hit for you guys before going. Wow. So this one, we can already see zap value in the core. Let's try to do... I hope I nail this zap because... Destro? Okay, good. That's no good. That's no good. Destro, no! Bro, my warden is going to die. Bro, this was a bad idea. Why did I choose to go opposite? Destro, why? Destro, why do you keep doing things to yourself? Bro, this is time. This is a time fail. Let's do the log launcher now. Let's get it for the monolith. 1 minute and 24 seconds left. Destro, why did you do this? Wait, let's just send RC here. King can do this. Who needs a rage? Throwers, RC, who needs a rage? Who needs a rage? Let me do this rage here. Let's freeze this here, guys. That's a beautiful triple. Wow, really nice to go opposite the town hall on this one. Welcome back to the channel today, guys. This is an update on the zap thrower strategy, and take a look at my offense yesterday. I got a 310 on this account. This is my main account where I normally do meteor golem spam, but I strayed from it and went for the zap throwers because why not? It has been working really well, and guys, I got a 310. I was only stopped by a time fail. So we're going to review every single one of the hits. This is the army. I think I've done a bit of justice to show, explaining what everything is for. 2 furnaces for the warden walk, 7 throwers, 3 wall breakers, druid for the RC, then 6 zaps and 2 quakes. It's equivalent to 7 zaps and 1 quake, but the extra quake is just in case you don't need to use an extra zap. Then the quake just comes in for either the log launcher or the RC spare. Then this is the big beautiful thing about this army, the rage gem and the life gem. For those of you that don't like the heroic touch, this is a beautiful army for you guys. Then I'm sure everybody's electro boots and spare is nice. Then magic mirror and then spiky ball. So yeah, let's just get into the review straight up. Where do we start? Okay, yeah, this was meteor golem spam, so we're starting exactly here. Zap throwers. So first base first, and I know this is already a bit of a popular base style, so this is a good start. So you can already see the value of this zap in the core. There are lots of places. This is why I feel this army will be beautiful, because there are lots of zap values around every single base. There are lots of ways people like to approach bases, so it will be really hard to bait, except you have, force 1 entry, but it will be really hard to bait this strategy going forward. So my plan is to zap out the core, but I'm going to pair up my zap value with a bit of a warden walk so that the funnel will be pretty set. Take a look at the zap. For those that don't know, the range of the zap is 3 tiles. So once you see buildings that are separated by only 3 tiles, you can take out those 3 buildings, or you get, there's supposed to be like a full zap tutorial. I don't know if I would be able to do that, but it may take time. But this is the idea. I'm going to rage up my warden. The rage is mostly to speed up stuff, or to speed up your warden walk, or you can use it on your throwers. The throwers don't really need the rage. The warden mostly needs the rage than the throwers. But you can see the funnel is already pretty set with the warden walk and the zap all together. And then I'm just going to start into this part. You can start into this part, but I always try to get the revenge tower as early as possible. If I'm not zapping it, I'll try to get it as early as possible. If I don't get it as early as possible, then it can still work, but these are just early on tips and tricks that you can use to try to get. You can see, because it will target like a thrower, but since it's not doing max damage already, I think max damage is like 800 DPS, but right now it's still doing like 200 or 300 DPS, so like 2 throwers can solo it and take it down easily. Also the range of the throwers, these buildings with isolated revenge towers and infernos, throwers can handle every single one of them. The throwers do, I think they have a 4 tile, so they have more radius than the zap itself. So you take a look at this. I opened just wall break, and then the queen. I sent the queen with the siege barracks, and then the king and the RC. That's how I pair up my army together. There are some complex bases that you will try to do different and weird stuff, but this is the typical combo: the warden with the throwers, the queen with the siege barracks, and then the king with the RC. So RC went solo at the end of the day. King went inside, but everything is really just moving well together, taking care of the core of the base. You can see throwers will reach this from here. Throwers would also reach the monolith, I bet it, from there. Then the RC is still moving nicely. There's a baby rage from my super Valkyrie. That super Valkyrie baby rage is super clutch, so I advise you guys to keep using it in your siege. And then I had the second ice golem. I tried to hold the second ice golem for either my king and my RC or back end. So you can see I dropped it here, and I have a freeze and a totem in the bag. So yeah, this was my first hit of the day. Nice start, 2 swag spells. That's already a promising day going forward. So let me put it on 4x4 speed. For someone who say I didn't see the hit till the end. 100%. Nice one. So let's get into the second hit of the day. Who was that? Warrior TO. And I think the bases were really different. You see box bases, you see ring bases. Okay, this is another diamond base, a bit different. This one doesn't have the isolated infernos, but it has an isolated mono and an isolated what's it called, isolated revenge tower. Not so isolated, but you get the point. So zap value, you can already see the zap value in the core. 1 2 3 4 buildings, 1 2 3 4 buildings. There are lots of other ways you can, some people can choose to get the bomb hive, depending on what you think is a problem for your army pathing, or what you think your throwers will not be able to easily reach. That's what I feel you should zap, not exactly anything regarding damage. Because the bomb hive, that's another reason why this army is beautiful. The bomb hive is one unreachable thing that has crazy range, but you can often zap it these days with the zap thrower army. So here I'm just going to pair my warden walk up again with the zap. I'm going to zap out this core, so I'm just going to pair the warden walk so that the funnel is pretty set. And then yeah, so this will be the funnel that I'll set for my throwers, and then I'll just get into the town hall. You can also choose, see this kind of base, you can see this, and then you can also choose to go opposite the town hall with a log launcher, but I decided to just go the safe approach. I also saw flame flinger value at the top side, so I decided to take it. So if you see flame flinger value on a base, you can always take it, because the throwers don't need the siege machine. So whichever siege machine you see that's going to get value, if it is the, some people use the troop launcher, if it's the troop launcher, if it's the flame flinger, if it is the siege barracks is just extra support and speed. That if it's the dark drill, you see, if you see the, what's it called, what's the name of the most forgotten siege machine in the game, war wrecker, if you see value for the war wrecker, take the war wrecker. But yeah, I saw flame flinger value and I took it. Then from here, I already started my throwers because they can reach the multi-archer tower from here. The throwers have a 4-tile gap, so you can see 1 2 3 4, and they can reach the expo that was here. So that's how you know it, know the range of the expo, just 4 tiles, and then they can reach the building right after that. So ice sound came out. Ice sound can be a bit of a pain in the ass for this strategy if you don't have the poison, but you have a poison spell, so once it pops, you just drop your poison. I also dropped a skeleton spell. Take a look at the skeleton spell I dropped to block the bomb hive shot, because you can see it's blocking it very well, because I didn't want it to start targeting my throwers or my healers, but it went down way too quickly. I was too quick with it. And then did he take out my warden or my healers? I don't know, but you can see I've already started my king and my RC. I didn't spend too much time on the warden walk, so I was able to just, but this was a very, very bad RC, because take a look at the bomb hive. I sent her into the range of the bomb hive. So there are lots of things that, you know, that can make your attack fail. These are things that you can look out for. You can see I did not look out for it, and it almost cost me. I popped RC ability in this first, how many seconds of deploying her? Where's my druid? I should have a druid on her, but you see where the druids went to. But not much of a problem. I have the rage here, and then take a look at the way they would one-shot the revenge tower on this base. Just one shot for the throwers in a rage, and then they took out the revenge tower. Regardless of the range of the revenge tower, you can see they had not even gotten into any of this. They didn't break any of these walls, but they were able to reach it from there. This is why the throwers are meta. Regardless of the, if it's zap you're pairing it with, I think some people are also doing Archer Queen Warden Walk into throwers. So there are lots of ways to pair it. You have king ability here, so I'm just waiting. Once it's like 92%, I would pop king ability, because that's where he takes out 8 buildings with his spiky ball. 1 2 ready, go, and I'm sure the rest of the buildings would go down immediately. So this is the second hit of the day in the bag. Now to the third hit of the day. Voting. What was that? I think a box base. Yep, this is a box base, a bit of a popular base in High Legends. But now take a look at this. Where would you zap? This is where you see the beauty of this army. Now you can zap many things on this base. You can zap the core here. You can zap this revenge tower, this solo revenge tower here, because it sets a path in here. You can also zap here. You can also zap here. Sorry, I circled too many things, but yeah, you can zap here, you can zap here, you can zap here, and that is exactly the zap I went for. Why? Because I prefer setting up a beautiful pathing with my log launcher and with my warden walk and the zap paired together. Then we can just funnel into whichever part of the base we want to funnel into. But you get the whole point of the zap that and the pathing I'm talking about. But you can also choose to take out the bomb hive. If you the bomb hive is going to be the most troublesome thing for you, you take it out with the zaps. This is the thing with the zap. You can take out any building except for maybe the CC building and resource buildings. So we've done that. Maybe we take out the air defense left, and then we are going into this town hall. The town hall has an invis, but I don't think I really care, because if they target the town hall activated, they can always go to this place and then get back. Throwers are slow. They don't move super fast like root riders that would just skip it. So here, sent an ice golem first. The ice golem froze everything. Then after that, the throwers would move nicely into the base. Here, queen and siege barracks. I dropped an ice golem for them because why not? So I've chosen my 2 ice golems at this point. They've activated the invis, but once they take out the minion prince, I think they will move forward to the left, and then after that, they will just eventually come back to take out the town hall. So yeah, a bit of a funny movement, but you can always just freeze. Then after the freeze, I just dropped the skeleton spell to try to tank the bomb hive shots again, because you never know what this bomb hive is targeting. Sometimes you can start going for your healer, so you don't want that. So I did that. Tried to start sending wall breakers here. Did it work? Yeah, one worked, so that's nice. I ended up sending the king with the queen and then the siege barracks. You can see how they're moving nicely along that side. Also the druid with the king, because he loves to take too much damage. Then most likely RC will come in at the top. Yep, so you can see everybody moving nicely together. I didn't have to send them from the opposite side. Now those are cases where time is a bit of a problem. You're going to have to send them from the opposite side, because obviously time is a big problem with throwers. But once you're not doing an extensive warding work, there's no need for that. CC is coming out, mass headhunter, CC, and then witches. But RC, I was looking at it well, so I dropped the poison, and then RC can take care of the witches with her electro boots. There were healers, I say healers, there were red bomb beats in the core, but I think throwers have done their thing. You can see they took care of the revenge tower over the wall. So bro, throwers are crazy with the range, the way people are spacing out their bases. Throwers have always been the crack. It's just that it's hard to keep them alive, but with the life gem update, or with the life gem buff, bro, it's really nice. And I think throwers are the new way forward. So here they're going to take care of that expo. You can see everybody moving nicely. Only my king died because he's a sacrificial lamb. So this was a nice hit. Everybody's still alive. Nice one. Now time to go to my fail, which was my time fail, and it was a bit of a funny base. Honestly, I had too many things to, that's the thing. So too many things to zap can also make you to overthink, and then you just end up maybe not zapping the right thing or just spending too much time. And I think I spent too much time. I ended up going for a zap in the core of this base. But take a look at this. From the top side, I saw I can try to warden walk the revenge tower early on. So that was what I went for. I think I dropped a rage, and then there was a lot of damage there, but I knew I had a rage. I had 2 totems, was I have a free, so just in case of anything, I can always just use that to cover up. So took out the revenge tower early, and then I zapped the core here, these 2 buildings, because I felt there would be a problem. Wait, let me slow down. Jeez, that's too fast. So because you can zap, you can choose to zap these buildings, you can zap these buildings, you can zap these buildings, you can zap here. There are lots of zap values on this base. Just choose the right one that would work well for your pathing. And then here, after my warden had set a funnel here, you can have the option to go into the left side and the right side of your warden's funnel. So here I set a funnel kind of here because of the defenses I took down. So I can choose to go in here or choose to go in here. I chose to go in from the far side of the town hall and pair up with the log launcher. But this is where I made a mistake. After sending the queen here, you can see I used the rage, and I spent so much time on my warden work. I spent over a minute. I ended up going to send my king with my queen. That was when I made a big mistake. I was supposed to now send the king on the other side with the royal champion. But then this is another thing. If you send him with the queen, you can now also send, but then RC going alone sometimes. I don't think this is the best equipment for RC to go alone. She can't really solo things. If you had the rocket spear and the seeking shield, or the rocket spear and the frost flake, I think she can go alone, but this is not the kind of equipment you want to have when you want her to go alone. So king moving nicely. Honestly, he did decent. I had the druid for him. I didn't send the druid with the RC. I prefer sending it with him because he takes a lot of damage, and then the snakes can always tank for the druid. So yeah, log launcher had popped. Throwers are moving nicely into the core of the base. You can see the funnel that was set by my warden, and then they all just move together. Now here I lost my queen as well, which was another thing that made this thing to time fail. Well, I don't think the queen would have made much of a difference, but let me speed it up. You can see the funnel. Once throwers get into that core from there, can they reach the town hall? Okay, no, they couldn't reach the town hall, so maybe giant ended up reaching it. But you can see RC. I started 30 seconds left, and I had to start sending RC from the top side because time was of the essence. But at this point, it still looks really good. But tornado trapped, and I think her fox eventually died. Did that fox die? Or she died? Who died? RC spare. You can see nice. Then by the time she moved forward, this builder hut and the splitter just took her down, and it ended up just being a time field. The throwers, the giants could take out the remaining 2 defenses here. So yeah, but then after that we locked in. We said, you know what, we are not failing anymore. And then we meet Hawk. Now Hawk is mammoth, right? Hawk is one person I would love to see use this army, because if you remember, for those that are OGs with, I think Town Hall 16 or Town Hall 15, Hawk was a master at Zap Titans, and this army reminds me so much of Zap Titans. So he's actually someone I would love to see use this army, because he would actually crush with the army. So take a look at it. Once you can see a Town Hall here, and then you can pair it up with Zap value, I mostly just go for the Town Hall warden walk. And then this is, let me even pause, this base is very, very toxic. This is a base, and this is why you should always watch people that use your strategy. I saw someone hit a base similar to this. I zapped the revenge tower here because I felt it to be a problem to reach, and then with the rage, so I could just pair it up with the rage and do that. But you take a look at this. I sent a bit of troops here to pull the CC because fighting the CC and this rage. If you saw my video from 3 days ago or 4 days ago, I faced this base. I think it was Stars that was running this base, and I won Stars with this exact same strategy. But then I watched someone do it, and he took care of the CC outside the range of the rage, and that was just the key to tripling the base. Because fighting this city rage, take a look at the amount of buildings in this rage, and then you now with the CC that will come out, you never know what will come out if it's headhunter. So yeah, that was good. I didn't need to take out the town hall. Throwers could reach it, but that was not even the plan. The plan was for the furnaces to reach it. But then yeah, throwers could reach it. They can also reach the multi-gear, bro. The range of the throwers is crazy. Hopefully Supercell does not see that one and nerf it. But yeah, you get the point. So after that, they will move nicely. The bomb hive, a bit of a problem, but once throwers get inside, it won't be that bad. Then here, there's a splitter here, so I think I just sent my king and RC from that side. We've learned our lesson. On our previous hit, we mistakenly sent our king with the queen, but this one, I think I didn't make that mistake 2 times. So Ice Golem here, pull the CC. You can see it was headhunter CC and then furnace. So I poisoned the furnace, just pop the queen ability to take care of the headhunter because I didn't want to hear any stories. And then you can see now RC and king moving to that other side of the base. I think I'll drop a druid for my RC, and then nicely you can see the baby. I think that was the baby rage from the super Valk. Where's my own rage? Did I use it early on? I can't remember, but yeah, we're going through this stuff. Okay, this is the baby rage. That was my normal rage. Nice stuff. So trying to wall break, trying to skelly. That skelly was mainly for the bomb hive so that the bombs will not. Bro, the bomb hive does 800 DPS, so it's something we often overlook, but try not to overlook it. Always pay attention to it because it can actually roast your troops and everything. But you can see we're all just moving nicely towards the back end of the base. RC would die, but she has done her job. And then the bomb hive, the last man standing. I think I would have even just zapped the rage and the bomb hive and the multi inferno, and I would have just been able to reach the revenge tower with my throwers. But yeah, different ways to approach different bases. What you think is a problem is what you should be zapping. Next base, ATC both are hard, and wow, nice one. So you can see this one again, there are lots of zap value. You can choose to zap this, you can choose to zap this, you can choose to zap this, and you can ultimately choose to zap this. Which one do you think Destro zapped? Tink. But yeah, taking out the town hall. Once you see an outside town hall like this, it's easy to take out. Just to make sure you're not losing your warding early on. Use a totem, use a skeleton spell. If you can use a rage, use a rage. But yeah, my zaps are dropped. And why did I drop my zaps there? Because it sets the most beautiful funnel paired with my warding walk. So after that, you most likely just go into one side of the base, try to funnel with either your queen and siege barracks. If you want to add the king here, but I don't think you need to add the king here because maybe no, time is not much of a problem on this one because you can see it's just a simple warding walk. 2 heroes and the guardian and the town hall. But even see the town hall can be reached by the throwers. So I just already sent my throwers in. No need to waste time. Once you see buildings, that just make sure your funnel is set, because if your throwers work, bro, throwers can be so crazy. Just make sure your funnel is really set. So here, one ice golem for the throwers, a bit premature, but see, the ice golem is very essential. And I think going forward, I may even have to get more utility troops to throw in front of the throwers, because there will be spring traps going forward. People would start baiting it. I can see lots of people are using this strategy. But yeah, I sent the siege barracks, I sent the king here because, as I said, time was not a problem. On the army, it was a simple warding walk, so I can always send the king with the siege barracks so that they all go together, less damage on each and every single one of them, though all of them are taking a lot of damage. I didn't use the furnaces, so I just sent the furnaces somewhere. Now take a look at this bloody warding. The warding AI needs to be fixed. I would have just dropped the wall breaker here too. I think it was, did he die or something, or it was late? But yeah, the warding does not just move with these troops. Take a look at where this warding jumps to. Like, it doesn't just move accordingly. So baby rage from my super Valk always comes in handy. Then poison for those guys. Then throwers, I wall broke, and then they entered into the core of the base. Beautiful stuff. And then at this point, I still have my bro. Today, if I'm doing my live hits, I'm going to try to swag my Royal Champion, because I think I can actually swag her. The only problem is time. But one of my hits, hopefully I find the base that I'll be able to swag. I really want to swag my Royal Champion with this army. But yeah, Druid was a bit late, or I forgot to drop the Druid, so my RC just lost her fox early on. I just popped the spare, and she will. So how many buildings did she take down? 4 buildings or 5? That's why I said I want to swag my Royal Champion, but it's just time that is the problem with swagging your RC. Throwers are really, really slow, so you need all the help you can get. So times 4 speed, you can see they are still stuck in the core. Warding, that warding AI, Supercell really needs to come in close with that, because That thing will actually mess you up. Next base. Now this base, as I said, once again, you can do different things with your saps and with your parting, but this one I did a bit of an OG style, just pairing the warden with warden walk and then the flame flinger. I think I saw a bit of flame flinger value. If I take out this expo, this is good flame flinger value. So there's that. Sometimes, okay, because of the CC, maybe that's why I didn't go into the top side with my warden. If not, I could have just easily taken out the town hall and then maybe zapped here and then just gone in here. You get, there are lots of ways to approach different bases, so choose the one that is more appealing to you, which one you think will take less time, which one you also think is less baited, because people will start baiting. I missed the zap on this Inferno. I was supposed to be able to take care of that, because you can see there are only 3 tiles in between the 2 Infernos and then the bomb hive. But yeah, I'm a noob sometimes. This is just, once we master this zap, master everything about the throwers, I think we would be invincible with the strategy. But yeah, funnel is pretty set after that air defense, and then we pull with the throwers, ice golem in front, then skeleton spell just to take care of those heroes and everything there, poison spell for the CC, queen up there, no siege barracks for her because I'm using the, what's it called, the flame flinger. So I think I'll most likely drop king with her, because it wasn't a very extensive warden work, just a bit of buildings. So we are not facing too much time problems. So even if we're facing time problems, you know, we kind of delay the RC, so the RC will be the one to come in at the opposite side. It's hard to send that baby alone because she likes death more than life. I think after the warden, she's the one that likes to die the most, or maybe the king, I don't know, they're all dragon, but queen is the most sane hero out of every single one of them. But yeah, take a look at this. The revenge tower is along the back end, but I think we have rage, we have freeze, we have 2 totems, bro, so it was not much of a problem here. So that's why I said always prioritize this, always prioritize this warden. Just stay with the throwers, man. Always prioritize parting, because if you prioritize parting, everything will move nicely. That was a bit of a funny wall breaker, because okay, one moved and then the rest just moved. You can see I have my RC here once again, so I just sent her nicely. Here I have zaps, I have quakes, I have 2 totems. That totem was just to distract the revenge tower so that my throwers can just move and then try to, that was a very funny rage spell, because they are not in the rage spell, they are supposed to be in the rage spell, and then one shots the revenge tower. But yeah, popped RC ability early on. Let's not hear stories that she died in her ability, and then you can see the baby rage always with the super yeti, or eventually they will even come out and then they'll be in the baby rage. So that baby rage is really nice. 1 lightning for swag points. Where did I use it? I didn't even use it. Rip. But yeah, you get the whole drill. 3 heroes still up. All my throwers most likely survived. All my healers, maybe I lost one, or I didn't lose one. Next one, I think that's the final hit of the day now. Yes, Dennis Lin. Now, final hit of the day was a bit funny. Lots of approaches once again. Choose the one that is more appealing to you, and this one, final hit of the day, was final hits for the plot. You guys know I always do a hit for the plot, and I went opposite the town hall on this one. You can see the speeders pointing in this direction, and then obviously there's a CC building here. So I don't know, I was not ready to start going in here, and then the multi inferno here. If I drop my word in here and drop healers here, everything will just die. So you know what? And then it's obviously speeder direction, as I said. So I said, you know what, we're going opposite the town hall on this one. So obviously zap value, we try to pair the zap value with the warden walk so that we have something like this, and then we can choose to either go into the town hall here or to go in here. But I decided to go opposite because it was for the plot. That's what happens when you go for the plot, and you know, you pair with your log launcher. Your log launcher tries to take care of this, and then I also have a leftover quake. Now this is where you see the full extent of the quake. I think I ended up getting baited on this one. My healers died, but yeah, the plan was too good. So here into this what I do, okay, zap. I also zapped the scatter shot. I didn't zap the bomb hive. I could have chosen to zap the bomb hive too, but I think I did that for parting, which I don't know if it was the best decision, because the bomb hive is a pain in the ass. You guys should know that already. But yeah, we cleared that compartment. We didn't also use a rage because it could have just been tanked by a totem spell. A totem spell can help you to get to a compartment. The only reason why I most likely use a rage is because of time, but this one I was going opposite the town hall, so I was like, you know what, and I can just use the rage to get, you know, force my troops down the core instead of just using it for this stuff. So here we're moving nicely, and then ice golem, and then I'm sure I will drop a skeleton spell for this bomb hive. I always like to block the bomb hive shots because you never know when you to start targeting your healer. So you can see the bombs will never reach my, they will never reach, except I waste too much time there. But take a look at it. I'm sending the log launcher, so I'm sending the king with the what's it called, the king with the queen, or just to help us take out buildings there. Bomb hive is still being tanked by skeleton, and then I think the bomb hive has expired now, but you can see this bloody warden. He would always move out in front and take all the damage in the world. I don't know if he thinks he has 5,000 HP. This guy just has like 2,000 HP. Bomb hive still kind of messed me up. I quicked so that I could go down faster, and it went down faster. King was getting bamboozled, but I dropped a totem spell for him. I didn't want to drop RC here because time could be a problem, so let's take a look at the red bomb farm I was talking about. Boom, all healers gone. So you can always try to beat my red bomb farm going into the future, but if we have enough troops and parting, take a look at my baby rage. Pop, bro, pop. And sometimes when I'm using a log launcher and I see that baby rage is about to pop, I don't end up using my own rage. Take a look at it. I didn't end up using it. They were just standing in the rage, taking care of every single thing. And then my RC was sent solo. So this is what I would do if, I use the king with the queen. I'll end up sending my RC solo. She has a rage spell now, so she can just take care of every single one of those things. Where's the druid got smoked by the, what's it called? By the monolith. Isolated monolith there. I wish I had a skeleton spell, but all we had was a freeze, so we just froze the multi-inferno and then RC spare while she was inside the rage. But the rage wore out because she was dealing with ice golems inside of it. But as you can see, we had a lot of things. Everything ended up being low because of the bait on my healers. But we don't care. We've taken care of every single thing. See, RC that I just dropped how many seconds ago is dead. But yeah, this was all my hits. I hope you liked the hits, liked the video. Test out the strategy. Every single strategy is not for everybody. That's one thing you need to know. I'm also doing this strategy so that people would know that not only meteor golems are working. This is a very, very beautiful strategy that can rival the fireball meteor golems. Many people are back to fireball meteor golems. Some are using e-drags. So that's the variety that the game has. Like, honestly, the update was really nice. Brought back the life gem use. Brought back throwers, So yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my live hits. I would have started my live hits. Maybe I drop one hit for you guys before going. What if I fail? Bro, I have everything set up, right? Yes, let's just go into one hit, bro. Let's see how it goes. Then the remaining 7 hits would be in my next video. I don't want this video to get increasingly long. Wow. So this one, we can already see zap value in the core here. But then this bomb hive, I hope this bomb hive will not be much of a problem. It's level 5, oh. Damn. How do I pay? I can see flame fling. Do I take flame flinger value? Oh, that's true. Think. You have 8 seconds. Okay, I know what to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not like meteor golem spam that I would be talking through my first. I'll use an extra 30 seconds to yap. I can't yap with this one because time is a problem. Then I would pair it with a flame flinger. Let's try to do. I hope I nail this zap because. That's true. Okay, good. Do I reach? I'm just gonna do this. I don't know if that was a good idea because I may still need to rage eventually, but hopefully I don't need to. Bro, those mortars are really well placed so that I will not flame flinger, but I still really want to flame flinger. Warden, go and take care of the scatter shot and that X-bow now. That's all we need for the part. I don't think I can use the flame flinger anymore. The Warden is moving too far. Way too far for my liking. What if we actually just go opposite the town hall for the plot? Destro, let's just go opposite the town hall for the plot. We have just 1 minute and 7 seconds left, bro. That's not good. Destro, no! Bro, my Warden is going to die. Bomb hive, please don't do anything to me. Bro, you guys can take care of that multi-gear from... Bro, this was a bad idea. Why did I choose to go opposite? Destro, why? Destro, why do you keep doing things to yourself? Please take care of that multi-gear. Take care of the multi-gear. Bro, this is time. This is a time fail. Let's do the log launcher now. Let's scale it for the monolith. 1 minute and 24 seconds left. Destro, why did you do this? Bro. Do we have any more quakes? No. Can't even speed this up. Movie, boys. Who needs a druid? King? Do you need a druid? I think I'll just drop it for the king. Let him survive. I'm going to wall break in here. Be wall breaking here too. Warden is still alive. Queen is getting bamboos. I'll just pop ability. Let's get the giant into action. Someone take care of that bomb hive. One more log. Yes, nice. So everybody's moving. See this king. I opened a wall for you. Poison. Good. King is moving nicely. I wish I had an ice golem for the final comp. Wait, let's just send RC here. King can do this. Who needs a rage? Throwers, RC, who needs a rage? Let me do this rage here. Let's freeze this here, guys. That's a beautiful triple. Wow, really nice to go opposite the Town Hall on this one. These are bases that you struggle with sometimes, Meteor Golem spam. But yeah, this was a beautiful hit. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the remaining live hits. Ciao.